title shot would appear to be the thing on your mind next, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, I only had to really use one skill tonight. And, you know, I possess, everyone knows I can knock you out with my hands. But if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it. You know, so, you know, let's be honest, I'm the biggest in the division. You know, and this is about entertainment. The UFC is an entertainment company. You want to make the biggest fight, it's going to be the winner of JDM and Islam. You know, if Islam pulls that one out, former pound for pound, current pound for pound, who doesn't pay for that?
Recently, Islam announced his permanent move to 170 pounds.
Right.
Is that a fight that could end up happening?
Absolutely. JDM is no slouch. Let's not look past JDM. I said that in his last fight, and he went out there and he showed you guys, don't look past him. He's very, very talented. Islam is extremely talented. I love Islam. I think him coming in makes that division a lot more interesting. So if he's able to get in there and wrestle that belt away from JDM, former pound for pound, current pound for pound, I mean, I think everybody wants.
Kamaru Usman is back in. He's not wasting any time, going after something big. Right after his latest win, Usman surprised everyone by saying he wants a super fight with Islam Makhachev.
So do you predict that Islam would win the 70 belt once that fight gets made?
I'm not predicting anything. Like, all I'm saying to you guys is stop sleeping on JDM. Very, very talented. Very, very talented. That's why he's a champion right now. So let's not sleep on him. Islam, of course, is pound for pound, #1. So let's not sleep on them too. It's going to be an interesting fight. I will be watching that fight, and I'll take the winner.
How big would a fight between you and Islam be? That would have to be like one of the biggest fights. No?
Oh, of course. When have we ever had former pound for pound and current pound for pound?
At the same time, you know, that's how life works. There are big goals, long-term goals, and then there's short-term goals. And the short-term goal right now is to get past Joaquin Buckley. But after that, of course, it's already starting to live up here. It's that blockbuster versus current pound for pound and a former pound for pound. I mean, I think that's a blockbuster anybody would sign up to. And even if it's not that, the current pound for pound, it may be JDM. You know, right now he's making big waves with that spectacular performance. So these are guys that I've seen, I've observed, and of course I keep my eye on for my peripherals. But right now, Joaquin Buckley is in the near side.
MMA world is going crazy. Usman looked like a beast in his last fight, reminding everyone why he used to be the most dominant welterweight in the world. He's got strong wrestling, knockout power, and the stamina to push any opponent to their limit.
Quite emotional tonight as well. I don't want to get into your personal life, but is part of that emotion coming from the relief that you were able to pull off a performance like this and remind people just how great you are at this sport?
I swear, because I'm girl dad. It's been a while since not just with getting back in here, but obviously getting in the win column. I battled a lot of things just to get here. Just repairing my body. A lot of things that I had to just kind of, I guess the expression would be fight a lot of demons just to get back in here. But yeah, a lot that I had to go.
Usman wants to test himself against one of the toughest lightweights ever, Islam Makhachev. Islam is no joke. He has world-class grappling, deadly control, and sneaky striking. He's dominated everyone he's faced and keeps showing he's on a whole different level.
Did what he does, which is just whoop ass. Vintage Kamaru Usman, beautiful. I love the fact that Francis was in the building. Family, yeah, it just looked like it was his moment. And again, I can't wait to see what he does next.
Your boys with Islam. Are we going to see a potential matchup with the Nigerian Nightmare and Islam?
With Islam potentially coming up into the division now, I don't see why not. Friends make friends rich. I love those guys. Islam, Habib.
Your wrestling's probably better than Islam's, and you're bigger. And you throw hands really good.
I don't know if I'm bigger. Islam is no small dude.
Who would win, Kamaru Usman or Islam Makhachev?
Makhachev vacated his lightweight title. Can you tell us why?
Everybody knows who's still the champion. You have these two guys, Oliveira and Elia, fighting, and they can fight for the title. Islam have beaten everyone in this division. Dan Hooker, Armand, Charles Oliveira. He's on a 15-fight winning streak. Is nothing as anybody deserved to go fight for a second title in Islam. Obviously, if Bilal were to win, Islam was never going to fight Bilal and he's going to stay in the division. But Jack win. Now Islam get to fight end of the year, Jack Mandalena. And I'm going to tell you something, he's going to be a problem for a lot of...
Islam handle a bigger, stronger wrestler like Usman? That's the question fans can't stop talking about. Some believe Usman's size. And wrestling could finally make Islam look beatable, stopping his takedowns, turning it into a tough stand-up battle, and wearing him down over 5 hard rounds.
I'm back now, so you know, respect every aspect of my game, that we can get back to throwing hands.
Last one on the emotions, because I don't have to keep going over it, but was fighting tonight, and not necessarily winning, but fighting tonight and winning something you had to do to be able to finish the battle that you were going through, or is that something that you're just going to have to face each time you go into?
Well, the battle's never done. I mean, it's never done. You know, it's a mountain that you have to climb each and every time you get back in there. It's difficult to get in there. I know people watch at home and they just kind of talk shit about fighters. Oh, this fighter's bad, this fighter's this fighter. But it takes a lot to get in there. You know, you have to respect each and every fighter who's willing to put their life on the line to get in there. But each and every time you get in here, you're going to battle that. But that's what I'm used to doing. You know, champions aren't just, you don't just wake up a champion. You got to build yourself into being a champion. Like I said, I have a great support system. So, you know, we're back up and we're back climbing.
When Buckley's on bottom talking to you, is part of you just like, you can talk all you want, mate. I'm up here and I'm the experienced guy, and you just look at that as maybe he's trying anything because he's not sure how to get up? Or what are you feeling when he's talking?
I don't give a shit. You know, he talked all week, but, you know, he's very talented, he's strong. And, you know, that's what he does to get himself in a fight, and it works for him. But that doesn't do anything for me. You know, I'm in there to take care of business. When I'm in the gyms, me and my coaches, we work, and the show's in there. I don't need to pay attention to all the distractions, whether he's talking or not, but hey, I just take care of business.
Others think Islam is just as skilled. His technique is razor sharp. His pace never slows down. And they believe he'd break Usman down just like he's done to everyone else.
You got guys like Islam that could do everything. Islam is scary standing up. When you KO Volkanovski like that, and then you choke out Dustin Poirier like that guy can head kick you, he could strike with you, he knocked out Gleison Tibau with one shot standing, and he could still strangle you, and he could still smother you. Like, it's the perfect combination. That just doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. He's so hard to beat. He's so good. If he's not the best, it's you and him for the best, pound for pound, and you're gonna risk that on 10 days. That's crazy, and that again changes the course of his career, right?
That's wild, right?
Imagine if he doesn't take that fight. He says, I can't. I'm ready for Ilia Topuria. That guy's coming, and he knows how dangerous Ilia is. And so he doesn't take that fight, and then he goes in fresh against Ilia, and you have a much better fight.
Yeah.
Who knows who would have won, but you got to think he was compromised from that. I mean, he got head kicked.
Yeah.
Head kicked. Shin to the dome, which is just, for sure, it's going to rattle you for a long time.
When you're just getting put out cold like that, and especially he probably cut a lot of weight to get to that point, because he looked kind of flabby in that Islam fight. So you're taking a fight on 10 days notice. There's not a lot of guys that are around their weight class anyway, so they're cutting a lot. Then you have to go, all right, now I'm going to fight Islam, who's #1 pound for pound, and then that head kick.
Islam looked like Michelangelo sculpted him.
He's so big. He's so strong, so good.
What does he weigh? What does he weigh like normal? Like right now, if you called him up, what do you weigh, brother? What do you say?
I would say at least minimum like 185, 190.
Get the fuck out of here. He's 210 pounds.
No, Islam.
That guy's 250 pounds.
His strength feels like 250 pounds.
That's what I hear.
But that's the thing with them. They're always training. No matter what they're doing, they always at least run once a day or grapple.
So he's losing roughly 30 pounds to make 55?
From the start, I would say. Yeah.
He's big. That's about as big as you can get and keep doing.
Nothing's official but just the idea. As fans excited, a cross-division fight like this would be huge for both fighters' legacies. And it might be the toughest style matchup either of them has ever faced.